So in this project, basically, I want to deploy a private communication between a virtual machine in AWS and a virtual machine sitting in Google Cloud. So basically, this is going to be a multi-cloud project, right? And I want that communication to be secured. So I will need infrastructure like the VPN, the virtual private network, and I will need to provision VPC both in AWS and in Google Cloud, right? Because through the VPC, the infrastructure in each of those cloud, they will communicate with each other. Like the infrastructures in AWS will communicate with each other through the VPC, which is like the uh, network in the cloud, right? So I need to provision quite a number of resources, right? So let me just start. So the first thing I will do is I'm currently on Google Cloud, and I'm going to create a new project, right? So I'll just come up here. I'll come up here, then I'll come to new project. And the name I'm going to give to this project is going to be Ofe. Ofe is my last name. So then GCP dash AWS. And yeah, and then I'm going to give a project. I'm just going to leave that for the project ID. And I'm just going to quickly create it. So it's creating the project now. So it's creating the project now. So the next thing, once the project is being created, I'll come here, right? Come here, I'll click on the project. This is it. I'll click on it. And one thing I want to ensure is that I want to ensure that the billing is intact, right? Like, because different infrastructure will be created on this project, different resources will be created. So I want to ensure that the billing is created, right? Is set. So I'll come here and click on billing, and let's see. Okay, so let me see free trial account. So that's you see up there, my billing account for this project, the billing account is this. So everything looks good, right? So everything looks good. So now the next thing I want to do is I want to enable Compute Engine API. So this allows me to use the Compute Engine API so that Terraform can make API calls, right, towards the Compute Engine infrastructure, because we are going to be using Terraform, right? We are going to be automating many of these stacks, right? Because we need to provision a lot of infrastructure. So we need to use Terraform. Terraform is basically an infrastructure as a code tool, right, for automating tasks. So I'm going to come down to Compute Engine. I'm going to come to Compute Engine, and so you see Compute Engine API, then I'm going to enable this. So this might take a while. So while that is being done, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to download the project files, right? So the files that has all the, I'm going to download the project file. It's going to be a zip file, right? So I'm just going to use a Cloud Shell, right? So I'll click on Cloud Shell, and so just going to copy this. It's going to be a zip file. Copy. So, and another thing you need to ensure is that you are inside the project. So I'm currently inside the project. So I've copied that and then paste. That's not what I want. So let me copy this. Paste. So, okay. So that's it now. So that's it. So let me do ls. Okay. Okay. So that's it. Okay. So that's the zip file inside. That's the zip file inside. Let me see. See. Okay. Let me come back to the compute engine. Okay. 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 So we'll get back to that. I'm just going to come here. Now, the next thing I need to do is to extract the zip file, right? So I need to extract the zip file. So I'm just going to use this command unzip, you know, unzip this zip file here, right? This zip file. So I'm going to unzip that. Okay. So that's basically it. You see all the Terraform files, right? The networking, different, yeah. So that's just it. The shell script for the AWS credential, the shell script for the GCP, you know. So so once that is done, then I'm just going to switch to this. I'm just going to switch to. I'm just going to switch to this. Let me see. Is it? I'm just going to switch to this folder, right? This first one. So CD. Let me just copy that. Okay. So so I've switched to that folder now, right? So I need to allow the execute permission for all the shell scripts, the .sh file, right? So I'm going to use this chmod command for that. So that's it. That's the command. Okay. So now I want to run, I'm going to run ls to see if actually the permission has been executed. So ls, so it should show green. Okay, so you see that, So these are basically ready for execution, right? So these are basically ready for execution. So the next thing we have to do is to create a key, right, using service account. So service account basically helps, applications, right, to have access to Google Cloud resources without having to, provide username or password, right? So, and this is basically a security best practice, right? Just best practice when provisioning stuff in the cloud. So you just want to avoid providing username and password as much as you can. So, so I'm just going to come to, Google Cloud, to IAM and admin, and then I'm going to come to service account. So I'm going to use this this one, right? I think this is the default. This is the default one. So I'm going to use this. I'll click on that, and I'll click on keys and add keys. Create a new key. So it's going to be a JSON. You're going to create that, and just want to save that here. I'm going to save that in this folder here, AWS Google Cloud, and just going to save it, open, boom, and then I'll save it there. Okay, so basically the key will be used by Terraform, right? So private key saved to your computer close. So it will be used by Terraform so that Terraform can authenticate with Google Cloud Platform to provision the infrastructures, right? So the next thing I want to do is to upload that key. I need to upload that key to Cloud Shell. So let me clear all this. So I need to upload the key to Cloud Shell. So before I do this, let me just run, so let me just go back CD, so to the home directory. Then I just want to check if the key is there. Mm, mm, okay. So I'm just gonna upload the key, right, to Cloud Shell. So I'll come here, upload, and choose a folder, upload files, um, choose file, come to the desktop, this is it. Um, okay, so transferred one item. Um, I hope okay, yeah, I uploaded it. Yeah, so let me do ls check. Okay, so that's the key right there. That's the key right there. Okay. So next, I'm going to run this command, right? The GCP set credentials. Um, paste. Okay, no, that's not what I want. Paste. And now for this, for that file.json, so I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to put this JSON file, right? I'm going to put that there. Okay. So the shell script we upload Terraform configuration files. So Terraform we use the key that we just uploaded to get permission to create the infrastructures on Google Cloud. Okay, so says is going dot slash GCP set credentials. Yeah, it does it. Mm. Mm. Okay, so I think the the error here is that I need to switch back to this folder. Is a folder. This folder. Yes. So I need to switch back to this folder. So cd this folder. No, not this one. And then I'll run that command again. Okay. Okay, so that's it. So that's it. So the next thing we have to do is to create credentials on AWS, right? So I'm going to go to AWS now, right? I'm going to go to AWS platform. So this AWS, this is my AWS account. And one thing I want to do here is I need to create you know, an IAM user, right? So I need to create an IAM user so that Terraform can authenticate with that user to provision the infrastructure on AWS. So I'll come to IAM and to users and create a new user. So I'll just call the user Terraform. And so I need to I don't need provide user access to console, no. So if you are creating, okay, next. So I'm going to attach policy. Attach policy. I'm going to give this um, administrator access. I'm going to give it administrator access. Right. I'm going to give it administrator access. And one thing I need to note here before I continue is that I want to create this. So let me come here. What region am I? So before I continue, see, I'm currently in the US East 1 region. So I want to ensure that the region, they are, because for Google Cloud, I'm currently on the, I think I'm currently on the US West, that's Oregon, right? So I need to switch regions here. So let me come to West here, Oregon. So I'm going to come back. Let me come back. That's the first thing I should have done. So the region, I'm going to come to US West, click on that. Okay. So now come back to IAM, just repeat the same process. Then click on users and create user, Terraform, and next, attach policy directly, administrator access, and next, create user. So basically, that's it for uh, creating credentials in AWS. So, so we've created the user. So I'm just going to, the user, the user's password and email, I'm just going to download that. So says, where is it? So I need to create an access key, right? So the user is already created. I'm just going to click on create access key. So, see, just going to choose command line interface. Next. Okay. So since we did not give this user, console access, so we just want to create. So let's just click on create. Don't want create. So now I'm just going to download this CSV file. So I'm going to download this and I'm going to give it the name, save it, and save it. I'm going to save it inside the folder. Yeah. So I'm going to call it access keys.csv. Access keys. Mm, yeah, I think that should be it. Trying to see if it's this one or this one. I think it should be this one. Yeah. Okay, just going to save it there. So once I save it, I'll see what's name. Oh, let me go back to that folder and see. Not this. if dot sv. Okay. Okay. So that's done. Now the next thing I want to do is that I want to upload. I'm going to come back to my Google Cloud. Yeah. I'm going to come back to Google Cloud and I will upload the file to Google Cloud. So that file, yeah, upload, choose file, visit. Okay. So yeah. So now I'll check if the file is there. Okay, let me go back. Just see the. Okay, so it's there now. Oh, so I might need to remove that because I think I saved it, you know, in the wrong way, right? So I said access keys.csv.csv. So I'll remove it and then I'll upload it again. So let me copy that. And just checking. Still there. Okay, it's no more there now. It's no more there. So let me go and save it again. Let me go and save it again in the correct way. So I'm just gonna come back to back here. Okay, enter. Then I'll come back to my Google Cloud and I need to do cd to this. Paste. Then I'll upload. It does not really matter. I mean, doing cd to that does not really matter because I'm uploading to Cloud Shell. So choose file, this, open, upload. Okay. So now if I go do cd back, then ls. Okay, so it's there now, the correct way. It's there in the correct way. So the next thing I need to do now is to run the AWS set command, right? So this command, I'll run this command so that the script, right? So let me just put the command and then together with the access key, right? So just like I did for Google Cloud, right? So this is for the one for Google Cloud, right? Up here, the one for the Google Cloud, just 1, 2, 3 line, the third line from up. So, so this command, I'll run this command so that the script can configure the Terraform files to use the access keys, right, in this CSV file so that, they can use the access keys that was just uploaded. The Terraform can use it to, like, in AWS platform, to, create, provision the resources, right? Because Terraform basically need like an access, right, to AWS, to my AWS account. So let me enter this. Okay. I need to go back to this folder here. Okay, and then I'm going to run that command again. Okay, so that's it. That's it. So the next thing we need to do is to prepare, get Terraform to be ready to run, right? So I need to prepare the Terraform file so that they can be ready for execution. So I'm going to run this sh command. Copy. Okay. So it says successfully retrieved, right? Yeah. So after that, I'm going to set up Google Cloud projects, right? So it's just going to be the G Cloud configure set project and the name of my project. So I'm going to use this command. Rise. So it's authorizing. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Um so we'll need to run the GCP set shell script so that we can have the project set in the Terraform files. So we'll need to run this command next. Okay, updated. And yeah, so that's just it basically. So the next thing is that we need to generate a key pair, right? Since we must provision um, the virtual machines we have to provision virtual machines in both Google Cloud and AWS. We need key pairs, right? So we need SSH key, right? Mm, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to run this command. So my own username is this. This is my username. So let me just run this command to get my username because I will need that for So that's my username right there. So let me just copy this command, paste, and put my username there. Okay, okay. So generating public and private key pair, right? So enter paraphrase, I don't need that, just pass that, enter same paraphrase again. So now look at the public, right? Yeah, so your public key has been saved in this part, right? Your identification has been saved in this part, right? So that's just it basically. And the next thing we need to do is to import the public key to uh, GCP to provision the virtual machine, right? So that's the next thing we need to do. So let me see. So let me use this command. Um, okay, so before I run that command, I will need to set up a permission for the private key. So I'll need to change chmod, right? So this is the name of the private key. So I'll need to change chmod, just 200 Let me just copy the command so I don't make a mistake. Okay. So then I need to run the next command, right? The public key to GCP to provision the virtual machine. So okay. So let me see updating projects, metadata working updates. This project done. No students we added switch key because we do not have any running instance. Yeah, we do not have any running instance. Try running this command again after some instance. Yeah, that's okay. We don't have any running instance. So yeah. So now we need to go to the metadata page to check if the key was actually imported. So I'm going to check if the public key was imported. So I'm going to come to my compute engine, and then come to metadata down here, metadata, and click on SSH keys and just click here. So it's there, right? So it's there. So the next thing I need to do is I need to download that key so that I can upload it to AWS, right? So I need to download that key, the public key, right? So I need to download it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to the home directory, cd, I'm going to go to the home directory and I'll come to download. So okay, so what I'm going to do is that to be able to get the path right. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to let me cancel this. So let me go back to cd.ssh. Okay, then I'll do ls lcr. So this is the public key, right? So I need the path to this public key, the path to that public key, so that I can just put it in there and just download. So to get the path, so this to get the path, just do pwd and okay, so I have this, right? I have this path. So I have .ssh. So now if I come to download, so I have this first part already, /home/ official 24 slash. So I'll just put .s sh, then the public key. Okay. So the public key is VM SSH key dot. So I think I made a mistake. It should be VM. Let me look at it very well. I have to be very careful. So I have .ssh, then I have the name of the public key is VM -ssh -key dot. Okay, that should be it. The one thing I missed here was the slash here. Right, so I need to put a slash. Just check everything again. Let's check. Okay, so then I'll click on download. So I'm just going to save this. I'm going to save this here. Okay, I'm just going to save this. Save. And now I'm going to come back to AWS now. Right, so I'm going to come back to AWS and I'll come to some, just ensure that I'm on Oregon, then I'll EC2, EC2, then I'll come to key pairs and I'll come on action, import key pairs, then I'll give the name VM SSH key. And then I'll browse key pair file, I'll browse the file. It's gonna be this one. And that's it. For imports, yeah, that's it. That's it right there. Import key pair. Okay, so successfully imported the key pair, which is this. Okay, so the next thing now is to run the Terraform files, right? So that's the next thing. So the next thing now is to run the Terraform files, right? So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to do cd to folder. And cd to, oh, okay, so I need to and I need to do cd to Terraform. So ls Terraform, okay. I need to do cd to Terraform. What are you doing? Finish that ice cream. Don't finish. So cd to Terraform, then I'll do Terraform init. So init is going to download the plugin required to run the code. So Terraform init. So that's just it. And after that, we'll do Terraform validate. This is just to ensure that there is no configuration issues, no typos. So you see that successful, then Terraform validate. Success, the validation is valid. Then Terraform plan. So do Terraform plan. So this one we just, it will run through all the files and we tell you what Terraform plan to do. So basically, it's planned to provision the VPN tunnel. You get the router, let me see, the network, the compute network, the compute instance, it's just going to tell you, and then we'll do Terraform apply. So Terraform apply, and then Terraform apply might take a while. So yes. Okay, so the deployment was successful. It has been completed. You see the 41 resources was added. The Google Compute VPN tunnel was completed. GCP route peer. So let's just do monitoring. So I'm just gonna go now to GCP and just check if the virtual machine was actually created, the VPC, the the VPN and all that. So I'm just gonna come here, come on Google Compute Engine. Okay, so the virtual machine is there. So let me also check for VPC. Okay, VPC network. Okay. Yeah, you see, this was the default one was created now, right? This is the VPC. Then let's check for the VPC network peering. So no, the thing is the hybrid connect. Yeah, hybrid connectivity. Hybrid connectivity. So check. So basically, we are just monitoring, just monitoring, just checking if so is that again? That should be under networking. Okay. Routes. No. The hybrid connectivity. So let me just search here. Hybrid. Okay. So let me just go to AWS and check. Just go to AWS and check. Check the EC2 instance. Okay, yeah. So the EC2 instance also was created here. Oh, he used T3 micro. That's expensive. Okay. I'm just gonna go into it and check. Okay, great. Yeah, great. So let's see VPC. Check. Okay, so you see that it was created. All right. So the VPC. Okay, so the next thing is just to test the connectivity between the instances created both on GCP and AWS. So just want to see if from Google Cloud instance, I can actually reach AWS instance using uh, the private IP address of the instance in AWS. So I'm just going to come back to GCP and so I'll just go to the instance. Okay, virtual machine instance. And then I would come to SSH and so I just want to see if I can actually connect to authorize. Mm, so yeah, so we are inside the uh, GCP, the instance on GCP, right? The virtual machine on GCP. So what I'm going to do basically is I'm just going to ping, um, I'm just going to ping the IP address. So let me copy the IP address from the instance in AWS. So EC2. So this is a private IP address, right? So just want to copy that and now come here. So let me ping it and see if everything will work well. Just okay. So look at that. Yeah, it's connected. And in fact, if you look at the latency, right? The latency, the time, look at it, so small, right? So yeah, it's connected. That's it. So it's connected. So yeah, so it's connected. It's working well. So let me see if I can. Yeah, so everything is working well. Let me just see if I can, you know, use a network service to test the communication, right? So on Google Cloud. Hmm, so let me just see if I can do that. Hmm, yeah, I'm not seeing that. Okay, yeah. So yeah, let me ping again.